On this week's 2-minute tip, we're talking patty pan squash. We're over here in the squash patch, and this is our second succession planting of summer squash. And we've got two varieties of these patty pan or scallop squash growing. We've got the sunburst variety here, which is yellow with a little green circle in the middle. And then we've got this heirloom variety called Benning's Green Tent. Now these patty pan squash are really fun to grow and they're really productive. But one of the most frequently asked questions we get are how to prepare these things or how to cook them. And today I want to show you how I like to do it. Before we get our griddle hot and cut up these patty pans, I always like to have a little onion and bell pepper with about anything I cook. So I got me a Texas Legend here that I cut up, and I got me some bell pepper I just picked from the garden, got it cut up. Now it's time to cut up these patty pans. When you're cutting these patty pans, I like to cut them just like I do a pizza. So I cut them in half this way, cut them in half that way, and I'll cut them in half again, and just basically make little wedges out of them. With some of these that are a little bit longer, like this one, I'll cut it in half, and then I'll make my wedges that way. We got our griddle hot. We're gonna come in here with a little bit of oil. We're gonna go ahead and get these peppers down here. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can add a little bacon. And we'll drop our onions and then our squash. And I don't know about you, but my squash and peppers and onions don't come pre-salt and peppered. So we always like to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Season them up a little bit. All right, everything looks good and browned up nicely, nice and tender. And then all we're gonna do is just throw it all in a bowl here. Put our bacon on top, and we're good to go. Now that's some mighty fine stuff right there. Fresh patty pan squash from the garden, onion from the garden, bell pepper from the garden, and a little bit of bacon. I'll put some links below to both of our patty pan squash varieties so you can check those out and try this dish for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this week's 2-minute tip. We'll see you next week.